Hey everybody, I'm here with Miss Spears today for our PD in PJs, and we are going to be looking at another SOS strategy called the Walkabout Strategy. She starts off with several pictures that revolve around the theme or unit that she'll be talking about that week or the next 3 weeks. And so for this unit, what did you do?
We chose different pictures that went along with the forms of government, the executive, legislative branch, and the judicial branch. So I put the pictures around the classroom, and the kids are broken up into groups of 2 to 3. And their goal is to look at the picture for 1 minute, and then they get 2 minutes to discuss and either write a question or write a comment about the picture. It might be knowledge that they already know, or it might be something that they want to know more about.
One of my favorites that they wrote is, are these judges? And they have, like robes on. And at first, some people thought that it could be judges. But then the second one says, is this a church choir? So they're using that background knowledge and making, those connections in different ways. And you get to, it's almost like KWL, what we know.
Yes.
And you use it for what we know and what we want to know because of the questions.
And then, on the day after we go over all of the questions and comments as a group, I'll just read them off and I'll say, well, we'll be learning more about this week. And so when we got to the judicial branch and we introduced those 9 judges, I said, do you remember when back on our gallery walk how you had all called them the choir? And then they were like, oh, I said, all of those are part of our judicial branch. And so that was a great connection because they knew automatically what I was talking about.
So you put your walkabout on this board and you call it your research board. Tell us a little bit more about the research wall.
Okay, so we take all the pictures and then we choose our driving question, and we kind of discuss it. I already have it in my head, but we feel like they kind of feel like they've worked with me to form it. And so after that, any time throughout the week when we're reading, or we've worked on this for 3 weeks, so this is a more extensive one. Anytime they had a question or comment about it, we would refer back. And even my kids are really good now at when I read a topic and they know it was a question that was already asked on the wall, but they didn't know the answer to, they'll say, oh, we learned about that. That's the answer to that question now. So they make the connections themselves without me even having to do it anymore. And then all of these mentor texts came from just different pieces of information that we had, and so then we go through and we use that for our grammar skill. So all the different colors, they mean different things each week, but they know it because they document it in their journal and we discuss and build from that. So.
And I can really see this, maybe for next year when we do those units and Read to Be Ready and have those driving questions with our units.
Yeah.
Then all you would have to do is come up with those walkabout pictures, put, and add to your wall, add your mentor text, add what you're learning, add those comments.
And the walkabouts, the kids love. They know when they come in, if they start seeing the pictures around, they'll say, we're doing a walkabout today. So they're excited about it and they love it. I feel like their vocabulary is increased as well because we're taking all that information
and your vocabulary scores this year were great. So I do feel like that really did help. Yeah. Well, if you're interested in learning more about this, please come to see Miss Spears or myself, and you're always welcome in our classrooms. And also refer to the SOS strategies on the Discovery Ed website. Thanks for joining.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're back with Miss Spears, and we're looking a little bit closer in how she has zoomed in on her walkabout pictures. And tell us a little bit about how, you have your research wall over there, and it looks so nice and neat and everything. But, in reality, when you're teaching at the carpet or whatever, maybe some of your research starts here at the carpet and moves more over there.
It does. Usually we take these pictures and we meet as a group and discuss them. And I usually leave them up here for a little while just for us to be able to refer back, especially since we are doing this currently.
Right. And
then we will also discuss those over there because they all intertwine and connect. So our first driving question was about the U.S. government, and now we're talking deeper into the Tennessee government. So we are taking all these things and just building from that. So they have a way to kind of connect. And when we were discussing like things of Tennessee, I asked them, you know, what was on our research or from our walkabout that you noticed, and they could remember, and we can kind of connect it that way.
Do you find students are connecting a little bit more because they are images, and that's a good visual representation of what they're going to see and learn about?
Definitely, I think so.
And I feel like, you know, the picture choices are amazing. How do you go about choosing these pictures?
I've just chose. I knew on this one we were going to discuss the governor and certain things, so I just go through and just think of images that I want to connect with any kind of closed read I'm going to do, and then from there I just build from it. And I just go online and open up a Word document and just
They're pretty
copy
easy
and
to
paste
find.
and
Put
print
it on.
off.
There you go.
So it doesn't take but a few minutes. And these right here I just made on PowerPoint. I just type it up each
More
week.
vocabulary.
Yes.
Perfect.
Just to connect.
Well, thank you for visiting.